books I've read from Patti Smith and that I reread during certain times of the year. Just kids. I'm more than proud to say I'm more than excited to mention to anyone that this is my favorite book. If I see someone reading it, I would really love to approach them and be like, oh my god, this is my favorite book. This book is a great guide on how to be used as inspiration on how to live life, or at least on how to view life. I don't know if that made much sense. I don't want to be like, this book changed me, but this book did really change my appreciation for literature and what it is I look for in an author, like when they write, and what it is I look for in a story. And what's honestly one of the best things that has ever happened to me is that I got to bring this to her when I saw her live in Granada. She sang at the Alhambra Gardens, and it's crazy. I remember holding this up like this while we were singing, that this got to be in the same space as her, and that she probably saw it because it was not a big stage. Like, there was a lot of people, but she could see because the light was directly hitting us. So, and if you see someone like this with a book, you know, it's so annotated. I cried so much with this. It's a beautiful homage to love and to friendship and to love within friendship. Next on, M Train I loved just as much as any of her other books. Of course, Just Kids will always be on the top one for me. Basically set on her journey for self-discovery in Mexico, and she goes to visit the Kalos house, Casa Azul. She loves Frida, and I also am very inspired by her. Anyway, M Train is just as descriptive and just as engaging and dreamlike, and anyway, it has the element of Mexico and La Casa Azul. After Book of Days, which is a book I also have, Year of the Monkey is her latest book. She offers us a personal analysis on how it is to be elder, and she always includes like little photographs that she takes. Her photographs are so funny. I mean, I prefer her writing than her photographs, but I think they complement each other well. This as well I was super excited to read. It's a very short read. This is a mix between a short story, like a piece of fiction written by her, and a guide on how to write, basically, or how to get yourself to the place when one writes, you know, when one creates. Smith generously opens her notebooks and lets us glimpse the alchemy of her work in this arresting book on writing and why we write. And I got this back from my mom. The cool thing is that I bought this in Strand in New York, because when I went last year, I really, really wanted to buy a Patti Smith book in New York. And also, I could do a whole video on why I love Patti Smith, but also her relationship to the afterlife, to death, to loss, to cemeteries, I think aligns a lot with how I view those things and how I think about them. She gets to put what I feel or what I sometimes would like to express into words. And the blurb behind here says, before I end the video, is, why is one compelled to write? To set oneself apart, cocooned, wrapped in solitude, despite the wants of others. Proust had his shuttered windows, or Proust had his shuttered windows. Virginia Woolf had her room. Marguerite Duras had her muted house. Dylan Thomas his modest shed, all seeking an emptiness to imbue with words. The words that will penetrate virgin territory, crack unclaimed combinations, articulate the infinite. Articulate the infinite. I feel a wave of nostalgia induced by the perfect present. The thing I also love about Patti is that she's so grateful to be alive, and she really shows it in everything she does. I wish I could carry like a miniature form of this book with me, because I really feel that all the most of the life advice I need, or that I, would like for, is in here. So yeah.